cans on the house party. 1, 2, 3, lift! If you drink about 10 cans, then you'd probably be out cold. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Saturday evening around my house! And with the bank holiday approaching, it's been chaotic more than ever in the village this week. But I'm hoping for the next 60 minutes, including the adverts, this place will be as quiet and peaceful as a mouse. Not likely, mush. I did get my first letter in the post this week for this house, and it said, "Merry Christmas 1988 from the post office." And I'd like to thank everyone at the Scratchy Bottom post office for that. But speaking of Christmas, they've had to cancel the nativity in December this year. Because, you see, they could not find 3 wise men in the village. But as always, the Scratchy Bottom Observer is full of the latest news stories, and it's appeared behind me. I'll just go and get it. It's a bumper edition this week, and it's so cool because it's very useful for cleaning the mud off your bumper. And the lead story this week is that the owner of the Scratchy Bottom Reptile House has discovered that snakes can smell, even after they've been dead for 3 days. And in the ads section it says, "Fish tank for sale, with no glass, for people who aren't suited to keeping fish." And there's also an ad here for a fruity yoghurt. I wonder if it's the one that we made the ad for in this week's Gotcha, starring Clarabelle Cow. And the Number Cruncher is on the move again. This time, it's in Hazelmere in Buckinghamshire. Now, I don't know who drew the willy on the door, but anyways, the code to get in is 2984, and the Gunge battle tonight is the Battle of the Canines. Now, wolves, you either love them or you hate them. But this is your chance to decide what happens on the show, so get that keyboard ready. And HTV might be popping into your place this evening. Now, a lot of people are still saying to me, it's actually all rigged. Well, it isn't. It's actually all genuine, because somebody has got to suggest the idea that we're going to turn up and stitch them up. However, there is one person whose house I would like to turn up at, and that's Victor Lewis Smith. Now, for those of you who don't know, he's the TV critic of the Evening Standard, and he seems to enjoy bashing a lot of these light entertainment shows. You see, he's jealous of mine and other people's successes, because he's a failed comedy producer and a failed practical joker. Now, don't get me wrong, he's got enormous talent and he's a brilliant writer, but he's never quite cracked it. Now, make a note of this, Vic, because you seem to like knocking success. Well, I can assure you that tonight, at this very moment, between 11 and 12 million people are watching this thing, the most highest rated show on Superstar Comedy. And this is also worth thinking about, Vic, because I've got just the seat for you in this house. It's what we call the blu-tacked tank. And speaking of which, come this way. Now, this week's Gunge Battle is another interesting one, because this time round, we have an interesting father and son rivalry. Over here we have the big bad wolf, while over here we have his son, the little, not so bad wolf. Only one of them can go in the Gunge tank though, so let's hear their defences. Big bad wolf, have you got anything to say on why you shouldn't be gunged? Well, I don't care if you do gunge me. I'm the face of evil. I'm rotten to the core. I do wicked things. How about you then? Have you got any defences on why you shouldn't be gunged? Well, if you gunge me, then I'm going home to Mummy. But if you gunge my dad, then you'll be teaching him a big lesson. So now it's down to you to decide. Get your keyboards ready, because here comes the voting screen. If you would like the big bad wolf to get the gunge, then the number to type in is 0898 800 311. Or if you want his son to get the gunge, then it's 0898 800 322. And that must be the door. Oh, hello. You're looking rather posh. You're dressed up like a dog's dinner, you are. Hound? Henry Hound, actually. Yes, Henry Hound. That's me. Go on. Yes, I'm the head of everything at the BBC. Now, there's a bit of a problem. I've come to inform you about your application for this year's Generation game. Really? What's wrong with it? I'm afraid there's a few false statements. Really? Whereabouts? Well, in the occupation section, you put popular TV presenter. Oh, I see. I must now, I've got an interview with the Archbishop of Canterbury. Oh dear. Well, I'll just close the door on you, because hopefully you'll have got up by then. Fancy Mr. Checkland being a penguin. Now, we've got a few minutes to fill in here while we get ready for the break. So, let's take a look at the upcoming gotchas over the weeks. Coming soon, Yoshi has got women's trouble. Give us a kiss, Yoshi, love. What? No! Bugger off! Toad has odor trouble.
Accident ahead. Damaged underwear. Please detour immediately.
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is in trouble. He's been arrested, can you believe that? And Sid the Seagull just is trouble. You are a dead dog! And all of this happens when Henry Hound goes undercover. And there you have it. That's the gotchas over the upcoming weeks. Now I'm getting told by the production team up in the booth over there that they're about to run the commercial break, so it's time for me to say my thing. After the break, we'll be meeting the kids in Wait Till I Get You Home, and HTV might be dropping in on your place, you can never tell. Don't go away now!